Good afternoon. This is HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jared Horak. This is our video feature race of the week for Saturday, July 18th. It's going to be the Grade 1 Delaware Handicap fillies and mares traveling 10 furlongs on the main track. It'll be the 10th race on the program at Delaware Park. Let's try to get back on track with our plays of the day. In last week's video race of the week, we had Crittenden as our value play in the American Derby. Went off 7-1. Set a good stalking trip. Tipped off the rail on the stretch, went after the favorite, but he lost the photo finish. It was a good effort, but we don't get any money for good efforts. We need those wins, and let's try to get a winner here and rebound in that Delaware Handicap. Start with number 1, Frivolous, 3-1 morning line. She's going to break from that inside post, and she does have good speed in a race like last week's American Derby that doesn't have much pace. She was first in the Fleur de Lis last time at 32-1. Her other big victory, the Falls City at Churchill Downs last fall, she was 19-1. So she's won a couple graded races at Churchill, pretty good upsets in those races. But she doesn't run two alike, and the value and then the 10 furlongs. So the combination of these things, I got to try to beat her in here. I respect her speed and respect her last race, but I'm going to try to beat her, especially because the value is just not going to be there. America is number 2. This one's 8-1 morning line for trainer Bill Mott. She's capable of showing speed. She hasn't shown any recently, but she's capable of going out there. And I don't think the 10 furlong distance is going to be a problem. She was 5th in the Fleur de Lis. She fell too far back that day. If this race was at Aqueduct, I certainly would like her. She won on a wet track at Aqueduct and then a couple races on the inner dirt. So she really seems to like Aqueduct, but this isn't Aqueduct. This is a tough spot, and I'll try to beat her, but I wouldn't be surprised if she ran okay in here. Fortune Pearl will be the 3, 10-1 morning line for Graham Motion. She likes to come from off the pace as well. She won the 2014 Delaware Oaks. I think there's some better closers in here. I think all the runners at least have some kind of chance. But with the pace, she's going to be compromised by the pace scenario more than anything else. Flashy American is the 4-1 morning line. She was 3rd in the 2014 Delaware Handicap. In 2015, she's lost a couple of neck decisions in the Iowa Distaff last time, in the Grade 3 Bayakoa at Oaklawn Park earlier this year. So she handles the track. As we know, she ran a decent race in this race last year. She's in decent form this year, and I think that she's certainly a threat to finish in the top 3. Sheer Drama, your 2-1 morning line favorite, has the best speed figures in this race, but she has lost 5 of her last 6. In those 6 races, she has 1 win, 4 second-place finishes. She's run once at Delaware Park, and she finished 2nd. I think the distance is her biggest obstacle. I think she's best up to a mile and a 16th. She ran a decent race, finishing 2nd in the Fleur de Lis last time. She's going to be stalking moderate fractions, and she should be in the right spot, and she's certainly fast enough to win. No value and the distance, the combination of those things, I'm going to try to beat her. I also think, even though she's run well in her last couple when she ran at Churchill, I think she's better at Gulfstream Park. And Delaware, I don't know. Like I said, she did finish 2nd, but that was a while ago, and I'm going to try to beat her. There's just no value there. Rosalind is number 6, 6-1 morning line for trainer Chad Brown. She was 4th in the Grade 1 Ogden Phipps last time out, facing some tough company. She was just run off her feet there against better horses. Now, she's basically a turf horse. She's also run on synthetic. She's got some underneath finishes on the main track, I think 3/3 from 5 fast track dirt starts. Maybe not quite her best surface, but she can certainly get the distance. She won the Grade 3 Sheep's Head Bay at 11 furlongs on the turf at Belmont Park a couple starts back prior to finishing 4th in the Ogden Phipps. As I said, the pace there was a little bit quicker. I think with the slower pace here, slow early, fast late, run more like a turf race, and she's not a one-run closer. She can sit closer, and especially since Chad Brown took over the training, she seems to show a little more tactical speed. So I think she'll be within striking range of the front runners, and she's going to be bearing down on the leaders heading into the stretch. Joint Return will round out the field. Number 7 at 8-1 morning line. Certainly likes Delaware Park. 3 starts with a win in 2 seconds. She was 2nd in the Grade 1 Alabama at this distance at Saratoga last summer. We know she can get the distance. She likes the track. The pace scenario is certainly not going to favor her, but she's going to be grinding away in the stretch. My top 3 in here, Rosalind, I'm going to make as my value top play. She's 6-1, as I mentioned, for Chad Brown. I think that she really does want this distance, and she fits with these certainly from a class standpoint. And more than anything else, the value is going to be there. She's 6-1. I think she's a contender, and she could surprise in here. Flashy American will be my second choice. This one was third in this race last year. And then Joint Return will round out my top three. So I said she loves Delaware. She's going to love the distance. It's just a question of how much pace help she's going to get. This is how we're going to play this race. $20 win wager on number 6, Rosalind. $5 exacta will put Rosalind on top of number 4, Flashy American, and number 7, Joint Return. We'll come back with another $5 exacta. We're going to put Flashy American, number 4, and number 7, Joint Return on top of Rosalind. That's $40 in wagers. Now, as Del Mar is actually starting now. Del Mar is going to be starting this week, this Thursday, and their feature race Saturday is the Grade 1 Eddie Reed. That's going to be a 9-furlong turf race, and Midnight Storm looks like the one to beat there. Considered doing this one as the video race of the week, but I thought that Midnight Storm was going to be tough to beat and wasn't going to offer much value. You can follow Horse Racing Nation and Derby Wars on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook. DerbyWars.com for Saturday, July 18th. We have a big $25,000 game on tap. As we said, Del Mar is starting this week, and then next week we got Saratoga. So then we're going to have Saratoga and Del Mar this summer, and we're going to have lots of video races of the week from one of those two venues. That'll wrap up this week's video. Until next week, good luck at the races.